Welcome back everybody to the Deaf Horseshoes video. We are on episode 4 now of attempting to actually understand how the fish work, as well as running the extras on top of that, which is the chickens, the mushrooms, and everything like that. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and do 8 of these. You know what? Let's just do 16 actually. Get this loaded up. And that way our chickens can eat for a while. We shouldn't have to worry about it too much. Again, we're just trying to actually make some decent profit so we can get to where we can actually get a boat and everything like that and go to the next step of actually doing the fish farm. So, hope you enjoy. Hope you stick and not flip over. We're gonna have to buy a weight for the back of this thing at this point. We might go ahead and do that. Maybe not. Like, we're just barely heavy enough. There we go, first ones. So we gotta do this as quickly as possible, so that way it's not, 10 minutes of loading a trailer. Alright, come on now. Perfect. Flip this all the way over this way. Probably should just go ahead and get me a well, I mean, we're gonna struggle bus it for a bit with this. Not that it's a bad combo or anything like that, just not as easy for me to load with. But at least it has 4-wheel steer, so that does, in fact, make it 10 times easier. Alright. We'll do... As long as I'm not bouncing too much, we're pretty okay. But you can definitely tell this is right at its limit. And I mean, actually, legitimately right at its limit. There we go. Not stuck in the ground or anything too crazy. That's always a wonderful, wonderful day. We're okay. We're okay. Get out, strap this down. Strap, and nothing there. Alright, we're good. So now we gotta load the other 8 without catching our tractor. And we will have the AI drive this one back again. Yeah. You cannot pick up 4 at a time. I cannot wait to get a bigger instrument to be able to do that again. Makes loading just woo! Just slightly drifting a tractor. No worries, no worries. It's not crazy if you don't flip over. Very well could happen though. And if so, everybody that's here is going to actually end up watching it happen. So, yeah. It's like raw and uncut. And this is just how it is. Maybe later down the line I'll actually do some video editing, like better video editing and such, but current point in time, we're just going to do full episodes, all in one shot, one take. That way, as well as it's real time. Almost drifted. Should be good, should be good. Looky there. It's been 6 minutes just by us loading. That's absolutely wild. Doesn't feel like it's been that long, but it sure has. Who would have thought? Time flies when you're having fun. Oh wait. We're gamers. We've always been told that. Alright, let's not knock stuff off. Should be good right there. Barely. That's okay, though. Alrighty. We are going to click on this tractor. We're going to hit set destination. Our farm is over here. So we'll set that. The other thing is I can use this to race. Go, 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 go. Come on. I want to see if we're... Ooh, let's not flip over. I forgot about that. This trailer's notorious for wanting to flip. Alright, so this is a right. Alright. Yes, I had to look at which way to go. It would look like the AI possibly got slightly confused on if it wanted to go left or right. That's what I'm ultimately wanting to figure out, is if this is faster or slower, how much slower. I also want to see if the tractor will climb this hill better over here, because I didn't expect it to be as brutal as it was when we were coming down the hill. So let's not flip over. We're going to do the not so legal thing of going straight instead of trying to keep this from flipping and going extremely slow. Speed bump. I was not expecting that in the middle of the road. Alright. Cutting on over this way. No flippy flips. We're good. Game looks wonderful. Like, just absolutely wonderful. This is absolutely wild. So we're doing 24 and holding steady. Ooh, lighthouse. I wonder if we can go over there. I bet you there's a golden apple if they're in this map. I bet there's a golden apple there. They always put them in like the weirdest little spots that you don't, like, you do expect it, but you don't. Alright, we gotta go through this little town right here. Then we should be up on the uphill descent after this. Try not to take these turns too fast. Otherwise, we run into a very big problem. Because we all know that that little tractor that we have that's with the forklift is not strong enough to flip this back over. We will try to do our own little rescues if we do flip and everything like that. If it does become too much of a painstaking process or anything like that, we will in fact reset the vehicle. But again, we're going to try to do it. Oh, they already completed their task. Clearly the other way is faster. Even with a slow uphill descent. But I mean, so far, we're doing better, at least speed-wise, over here. I mean, we're dropping a mile per hour, maybe 2. Come on, tractor. Why is it in 18th gear? Wait, wouldn't you downshift like multiple times by now? Come on. Downshift. I actually don't know how to make it shift up and down, so we're just gonna let the computer shift for us. Shift it again, finally. I don't know how much more I would like this side, honestly. Not terrible. Come on, tractor, come on, tractor. It will climb it, it will climb it. So it definitely doesn't seem whether or not we go this way or the other way. It's not much of a better improvement at this rate. So next time we will just take the other way. There we go. She's up the hill finally. We should put a little driveway right there, honestly. Definitely tell this thing has weight behind it. So we're going to do the thing where we pull up with this. And that should be dumping all of them at the same exact time. Except for that one for some reason. Okay. Is what it is. Alright. Rip this way so that way it doesn't decide to dump that into the silo that we just went into. Should be right there. I was about to say, might take some finagling. That's okay. Still got all the feed to the chickens. That's all that really matters. So now we will be producing more eggs for a longer period of time, because I did stock up on that. We should still have plenty of fish food. Unlatch. Let's take a gander over here. We do not have as much fish food as I thought we did. We should have loaded up on that while we were there. Okie dokie. How much was that thing that we needed for the fishing? 125,000. Which requires young fish to turn in with fish food. Okie dokie. So we're not going to worry about that for the current point of time. We do want to make a driveway right here. And change the cursor shape. It should be wide enough there. Yep, we'll be fine. Alrighty, so back to the shop with this one. We'll actually make this drive via... No. No, I don't know. Come on. There we go, set destination. We're gonna put you there. You set destination. I kind of am wasting money there, but that's okay. Hey, more bailing. Borrow. Yes. Always do the bailing jobs. Super simple. Doesn't take a whole lot of time. And honestly, since I don't have any of the achievements, or not a ton of them, I should say, this will be good for us. I didn't even look to see where this was. Field 20. Okay, where's field 20 compared to where I'm at? Left, right, and on the right. Okay. I know where I'm going, I swear. Left, right. It's like, I wish we could make enough money to buy one of these fields, harvest it, and make a couple of $1,000s here and there and just kind of bounce fields. But unfortunately, we are not at that point currently. At least I'm able to make the AI drive to where I need them to go. In turn, making it where I can actually focus on making more money while they do the driving part. We're also at $86,000. I want to see how much that's actually going to cost. Alright. V, B. And here we go. I also see that every time we've done one of these, it doesn't make us do the bale wrapping or anything. Like, you just bale it and that's all it wants you to do. I guess that's not a bad thing, but... Would be nice to be able to pick up another job. There we go. Perfect. We are good. Hit the turbo, Jimmy! There's no turbo. This is a tractor. It would be nice, though. I also wish these fields were more square. But I also understand there's really no good way to square these with the town the way that it's actually, like, placed. Like the amount of roads and everything like that, it feels like it's an actual town, so. Although it does look like later on we should be able to combine fields 22 and 23, make those more rectangular. That would be a really nice thing to actually do. Personally speaking. Alright, flipping a U. Just realized we still have yet to drop a bale. Like, we've been baling and it just hasn't dropped one of the square bales off the back yet. Blocked by an object. Okay. Let me guess, a car if I had to take an absolute, just wild guess. Oh, nope, actually. Deactivate. It doesn't seem to cost that much either to have them drive over here. It's the moves. Alright, continuing what I was doing. Then I'll have to go back over on that way, put the fish food on, have the AI drive it back, hopefully they don't flip it. Unload that into the fish. Make more fish while we're doing this. I missed a tiny little sliver. Tiny little sliver. $36%. Okay. So we only paid $118 in wage. And that saved me how much time just driving. Like, legitimately just driving. Because it took, what, right at 10 minutes starting out. This is the nicer baler, too. Has the actual steering on the back, the steering assist, basically. Allowing for slightly tighter corners. So we'll go ahead, hit this other tiny little spot right here that I was unable to grab, and then go ahead and do a U-turn and just start grabbing each individual line. I was like, I would also like to be able to do the harvesting, but I don't really want to do the harvesting because of the sense of you have to take it to a certain place and everything like that, and it's going to be multiple trips, and I'm not going to make a whole ton of money. I think we're going to end up saving up to do the forestry wood chipping stuff, since it does seem like that's going to be a very viable option, and it's also a plant one time, and then that will start to fund us on bigger endeavors. It does take longer to actually harvest and everything like that, but again, I'd rather take a longer time to harvest and turn, you know, $500,000, and then be able to put down another production, buy another field, everything like that, so we can also focus more on doing fish. So we're just going to take one step at a time and just try to fully commit to doing fish once we accrue enough economy. Because otherwise, I mean, you're just going to see a lot of 1 hour videos. It's going to be like a 100-part episode of an hour video each of doing what we're doing right now. So we might end up doing a little bit of, well, I mean, I could always do that too. Throw down a windmill or some sunshine things, solar panels. But I also seen the wood burning thing where we can produce heat, and that we get paid for that too. So, or electricity, heat or electricity, one of those. So, you know, there's also that, which is going to be beneficial for if we do the wood chips. We should be able to do that and see what kind of income we can make in a month, because I think that is a monthly thing. Because I remember the biogas, I complained about not making money until it was like end of month, and all of a sudden it was like bam. It was like, oh, it's a lump sum, not a every second you get paid kind of situation. This one's almost full. Come on. Fall off. Nope. It almost fell. We could probably force it to fall, especially if we took the turned off the baler and hit one of these as a bump. It'd knock it off. But we're not doing that. We need to make this money. Another bale. Finished now. There it went. Seeing, like, the one thing I enjoyed about doing grass is I would wait the 3 months, cut it, wait 3 months, cut it, wait 3 months, cut it, and just have ginormous, like, lines, so that way I could make tons and tons of bales. Made it less mundane, less boring, at least for me, because then it's like, oh look, we have 80 bales on this one field instead of, you know, 20. And then you're like, okay, every 3 months, and especially since I have it just set to days, it just got very repetitive. So we're trying not to go for the super repetitive, boring. We're trying to just try to make it a little more interesting, a little more entertaining to watch. Hopefully the talking over this constantly is not a bad thing. %. Come on. We're gonna get 90 out of this one line? Of course not. Oh, we did hit 90. I spoke too soon. Makes me feel like this is not going to be enough to finish this field, though. It should be. I mean, it's the whole field, but it just doesn't feel like there's enough straw here for us to complete it. 93, so 94. We're not going to be 95 here. Huh, we are. Holy moly. Alright, here's this slash stripe, so just like that, we're finishing up. $97. Come on, 98. I don't feel like it's gonna be enough. Okay, it was. It did not feel like it was gonna be remotely enough, though. Alright, collect. Fertilizing. So that's not bad, but then you gotta go from here all the way over here. Ooh, mowing. Mowing contracts are not that bad. I think we will end up doing that. Plowing, yeah, you're not paying me 13 grand to plow. Sorry. Spent too many days. Too many days. Alright, we're gonna hit P here. Nope, 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 nope. We gotta go to the expansion because I don't know how to find fish food the normal way. Buy. And buy. And we'll just stack it up. There we go. Come over here, grab this tractor. Alright, let's see. Can we get this lined up perfectly? Probably not. Is it gonna work anyway? Yeah. Back it up just a hair. Come on. I don't know how much this will actually pick up, so I probably shouldn't stack too much on there, but also I want to test the limits. First test. We can, in fact, pick up 4 at a time, which does seem to be about its limit, though. Because you can see that it's trying to tip just a hair. Not super bad, but just enough for you to notice. Alright, let's see here. Can we get this all in one scoop? Probably. Just to save myself from possible catastrophe. Just drop it on there. Perfect. Alright, what can we do with this? Can we do 4? Perfect. Alright, we're gonna push this thing to its absolute brink. So glad that it's deciding to bounce all around and not... Okay, we're just gonna... Since everything bounced out and didn't do what it was supposed to do, we're just gonna... Okay. We push that just a hair. Doesn't seem like it wants to, so we're just not even gonna bother. Told you catastrophe would happen eventually. It was inevitable. Yes, I basically just threw that down. That's okay. Perfect, perfect. Last ones. It doesn't really need to be on there neat. At this point, I just want it on... Alright, we're going to do our due diligence. Strap it down. Safety third. Alright. Back to the map. Back to the tractor. Set destination. Back to my farm. That way. I just thought of this. I'm probably going to have to move this. I don't trust the AI not to somehow destroy itself trying to flip this thing around. Alright. I got out of there. Click on the tractor. Set a destination. Hey, can you take this over here? Yes, you can. You're not yelling at me yet, so... I don't know why they're not moving yet, but that's okay. That's a later problem if it doesn't decide to work. Borrow. This thing's going to be used for mowing. Why are they stuck, is my question. Because even that one's not going. Oh, that one's moving now. Don't know why. Just decided to start going. Is it just trying to path? Is that what's going on? Come on, tractor. We'll just let that one sit here, I guess. I mean, they're either going to figure it out or not at this point. Why are you stuck? Where are we going? Field 31. Oh, up there where my field is. Maybe they'll figure it out soon enough. We're just gonna assume they're gonna figure it out. And if not, then we got more questions. I don't know what the questions are to be asked by the AI, but it's clearly not working. Mow the fields. Mow the field. Ah! Alright, we're good. We're good. Not flipping today. This is a different tractor. This is not the one that I have, because this one's doing 39. And is not struggling as much, that's for sure. I mean, like, you can tell there's a hill here, but it's not, like, detrimental like the other one was. Yep, went up that at 22 with mowers on. I think that is a vast improvement over what it was. Field 31, where are you? Oh, it is literally like my next door neighbor. I feel like I've already cut this one because the gate's open, which is probably very true. Put that down. Yes, I do remember cutting this one. I think it was on episode 1? Possibly. Alright, unfold. B. B. Hold H. Get us some lines. Because as you all should know, you do want to try to mow the absolute straightest that you possibly can. This thing mows super quick. Come on, why aren't you going? No idea why it wasn't going, but it definitely was not moving. Like the little bit of a roll this field's got into it. What are you doing? No. There we go. We're good. We're good. Alright. This is more of a larger field than I thought it actually was, that's for sure. Reserved for contract work. What do you think I'm doing? They think I'm not doing contract work. I'm on their property. Lap 1 is done. Well, almost done. And done. Nice. I do wish it would mow that way, but I guess we gotta mow straight lines now on a very not so straight field. want you to go on the right path. You're going on the wrong path. See, and then once we get enough money as well, doing grass contracts, we can buy that big, ginormous, wonderful mower. Like, definitely not that this one's bad by any means. Other than we're getting stuck right there. Bend. I did not mark that one. Yeah, we'll finish up this field and then we'll call that the end of this episode. Not very much that we can do since we're just sitting here waiting on deliveries. Speaking of, I guess we'll have to finish those before we do actually call this an end. Alright, hold on. We're gonna... much as I don't want to do this. Gonna have to, because worker is stuck. For what reason, I do not know. So does that mean the other one's gonna get stuck? Oh yeah, why are they swinging so wide? Alright, fire. Like, I don't understand why they can't make that turn. They did it before. Alright, out, here, there. Where are my tractors? There's that one. Set destination. Alright, that one's going. This one, set. Go to here. Bam. And fire this person. Steering assist, yes. Down. B down. Perfect. They didn't do that much. That's okay. A little bit is better than not a bit. Not a lot of, a lot of. We'll just stay on this left side since it's longer, better straights. I do think what I'll do is I'll probably end up playing this a little bit outside of stream to actually get us a little further along. So that way we have some stuff to come back to on stream to actually be doing. Like how y'all see me playing is how I play this on a regular basis. Like I'm not gonna go to where I make, you know, $1 million. But if anything, I'll just start stacking pallets and pallets and pallets, and we'll just basically do Forklift Simulator. I feel like that's an actual game, knowing my luck. Oh yeah, it is. It's called Farming Sim! Busted into that wall right there. There we go. Hard right. Nice. Was able to get that one fail swoop. That's a wonderful, wonderful time. %. Come on, game. Now we gotta run all the way over there to the shorter sides. This is gonna be right at probably an hour by the time we finish this field. We're gonna hope not, but it probably will be. I like how it started here and then it never finished. That's awesome. I feel like the headlands were probably should have been too wide, maybe? Just maybe? $92, yeah, we'll be done here very, very shortly. We should be done before the hour mark. Like, right before it. And then I should be able to go put the fish food into the fish thingy. Can't remember what it's actually called. Perfect. And yeah, like that. 53 minutes, 53:36. Complete. Yes. Back. Go to this. And now drive. Shouldn't have to unlatch it, but we might. Yep. Alrighty, y'all. That's gonna be the Death Horseshoe signing off. Hope y'all enjoyed, and I'll see y'all in the next video.